morning YouTube, and welcome to my channel. For those of you that are just now stumbling upon my channel, I hope you guys enjoyed the workout, and I want each and every one of you guys to know that you are greatly loved, wonderfully and beautifully made, and capable of more than you could ever imagine. Alright, so I'm about to get to the hospital. I have about an hour to get there, so I have to go shower and get ready. And then stick around, because today I'm going to give you an update of my last 2 weeks of OBGYN in the clinic. So all I've done the last 2 weeks is clinic, and I had one night of on call. I'm actually on call this upcoming Saturday. So stick around and see what the clinic life of OBGYN was about. Alright guys, so sorry that I am in my jammies. Check them out, Superman. And then my underscrubs from wearfigs.com, which you should check out. Super comfortable. But anyway, so I was on call last night. I worked about a 27-hour shift. It was a very long shift, and Phoebe was on call in surgery as well, so that's why I'm still in my pajamas. It's about 1:30, and so I didn't get home till about 10, and then I slept for 3 hours and we just had some lunch. So for the update about my first 2 weeks of OBGYN. So the first 2 weeks honestly were pretty great. They were all spent in the clinic. So when I say the clinic, I mean like an outpatient medical center. So during the outpatient setting, pretty much what we do is every day we'd go in around 9, 9:30, maybe even 10 o'clock. So the hours are super nice. And then from there we'd see patients all day long, usually up till about 5 or 6 o'clock. And the doctor I was with, Dr. Alam, he'd even go till 8 or 9 sometimes. So he would see a ton of patients. And so what we'd be doing with these patients is that majority of the cases it might just be an annual exam. That for every woman that they just be coming in for their annual checkup, and so that would consist of a breast exam, a Pap Smear, a physical exam, head to toe, just making sure that everything with them has been going well, and then addressing any complaints or any problems that they've been having. And outside of that, we also would do things such as an endometrial biopsy. We just do pelvic exams for abnormal uterine bleeding or for pelvic pain, so a lot of pelvic exams, breast exams, a lot of pregnancy tests. We do a ton of pregnancy tests because people are always having babies. And so the outpatient clinic setting really was just doing a lot of physical exams and spending time with the patients and kind of just dealing with them through the problems that they've been going through. And one of the things I liked most about Dr. Alam is that every one of his patients, he messed up one time, but for every one of his patients, he knew their name and knew the name of every one of their kids. This one lady, she had 7 kids, and he knew the name of every single one of them. It absolutely blew my mind. But that's probably one of my favorite parts of the outpatient clinic, is that the doctor-to-patient relationship was so strong, and that Dr. Alam loved his patients so much. And I just think that the opportunity to get to build that kind of relationship with your patients, that as soon as they come into your office, that they're so excited to see you, they run up and give you a giant hug. Like, that's the type of doctor I want to be, and that's the kind of relationship I want to have with my patients, that they can confide in me, that they can love on me, that I can love on them, and just that we share such a close bond, being their either primary care physician, their OBGYN, whatever it may be, their internal medicine doctor, that you share that kind of relationship. So that was probably my favorite part about it. So outside of the clinic life for these past 2 weeks, I did get to do a couple on calls. So with that, I would be in the labor and delivery part at the hospital, and so I would do a 24-hour on call, and this we'd pretty much have to manage a board. So on the board, what that would mean is that we need to keep up to date with all the patients that we have that are about to have a baby. So that means making sure that their G's and P's are up to date, making sure that their chief complaints on there, their vaginal exam, where they're at, like how far along is their cervix dilated, what is the effacement, what station are they in the descent of the baby coming out. So we'd have to make sure that the board was up to date for all the nurses and the midwives, and then we'd have the opportunity to deliver a baby. So I have to be completely honest, when I was first going into OBGYN, I was honestly not interested. I did not think that was something I really wanted to see or be part of. I just wasn't too excited about it. But my first delivery absolutely changed my mind. And it was even a C-section. It wasn't even a normal, or it wasn't even a regular vaginal birth. It was a C-section. I thought it was the most beautiful thing that I had ever seen. That when the baby was coming out of the mom's belly, that I was just awestruck. I was lost for words. And to be completely honest, I cried. I cried for my first 3 deliveries. But it was just because, like, it was like one of those moments in my life where I was looking and I was just really taking in everything I saw. I was like, wow. How could anyone in this world deny God? Like, look how magnificently created the woman's body is. That she could not only nurture and care for this baby, but carry it for 9 months and produce another living being. That is so beautiful. That is so perfectly and intricately made. I just thought it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. And so to be honest, I've absolutely loved delivering babies. I've actually delivered 13 now, so that's pretty cool. My goal is 100. I don't know if I'll get to it. I have a week and a half left. But yeah, it was just so beautiful. And another awesome thing I saw was during another delivery, the baby was coming out and a dad in the room just started sobbing. That he just started sobbing and sobbing because he was so in love with the sight of his first baby. And I just thought that was one of the sweetest and most beautiful things I've ever seen. I know when I have a baby, or when Phoebe and I have our 7 babies that we're gonna have, I'll be crying. I'll be a mess throughout every single one of them, just because it is so incredible. And like I said, it was just a great experience. So right now I am actually currently in the labor and delivery part for the next 2 weeks, so I should get to deliver a lot of babies. And that's kind of what I've been doing now. So I've got labor and delivery for the next week and a half, and then my last 2 weeks will be GYN surge, which could be doing anything from DNCs to doing, babe, what else do you do on GYN surge? Hysterectomies, myomectomies. So she's already had OBGYN. I haven't done that part yet. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing for the next 2 weeks. Alright guys, well Phoebe and I have to get ready for a long run. So we are going to run for an hour and a half today, I believe. Hopefully we'll get in 10 or 11, 12 miles. Who knows? Don't want to jinx us. And then I have a heavy leg workout later tonight, which I'm going to be exhausted for. But hopefully we can get it done. Alright guys, that's all I have for this video. But if you've enjoyed the video, if you would, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment below. I love hearing back from you guys. I just love the communication that we have and that I get to know each and every one of you guys. So thank you to all of my subscribers. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And I love you so, so much. I'm so glad that you're here visiting my channel. And if you would, please subscribe. Okay, I love you guys. Time to get to this run. Have an incredible week, and I will talk to you soon.